Do you also enjoy watching those how much I spent in a week vlogs but then realize they're almost always set in New York? As someone who lives in Seattle and loves it here, I decided that it's time to change the narrative. My name is April and I'm currently working as a software engineer in Seattle, and this week I tracked every single dollar I spent. So whether you're curious about moving here or just enjoy these vlogs in general, let's get started. So Saturday started with the morning improv audition. I'm a complete noob at improv, but I still went because I saw it as a free improv class. I was so confident in the morning, but little did I know, the audition was really hard. But I guess I was a little bit disappointed because it wasn't as fun as I thought it would be. But now I'm gonna go grab lunch. Bruh, I don't even know what to say now. After audition, I decided to get Malatown in U District, and I was planning to take the bus, but I literally saw the bus just like driving past me. So I kind of like missed the bus. The next one is in 15 minutes and I don't want to wait. I think I'm gonna lift to U District and it's gonna cost me some money. Seattle Lyft prices are crazy. This 10-minute Lyft ride would have cost me 22 bucks, but out of pure stinginess and saltiness, your girl waited another 15 minutes for the bus and saved myself the money. After lunch, I went to a tea shop called Tea Republic in U District. It's a super cute Japanese tea shop, but instead of working, I just binged season 1 of Only Murders in the Building. As I'm recording this voiceover, I just finished season 3 and I love this show so much. Let me know in the comments below if you're also a fan of Only Murders in the Building. So I finished the day off with a therapy session. A lot of the things that I've been experiencing feels more like an East Asian common trope that people have to go through. So talking to a therapist in China has really helped me in terms of having a common language and what tend to be the biggest emotional blockers in our lives. My therapy session cost me about 300 RMB. It's probably somewhere around $50. This is how much I spent in the first day in the series. Hello! I dolled up a little bit because I'm gonna go to wine tasting with my friends at Bainbridge Island. While I'm really excited about that, that will also mean that I'm gonna spend some money today. I don't know how much it's gonna be, but I'll let you know. Cruise season means that the Seattle waterfront is crazy busy. It was also so hot today, so I spent $5.50 on the lemonade before even hopping on the Bainbridge Island ferry for $10. Once we got there though, a free golf cart took us directly to the winery. We finally made our way to the winery, but I'm so hungry and charcuterie board is not gonna fill me up. So I ventured on my own side quest to try to get some tacos. So we have the order going on for the wine. Taco secured. Good morning, it's Monday now. I just got off a meeting with a life coach from strawberry.me. I'm trying out their services for the first time. The free trial was 40 bucks and it will be like 140 bucks every other week, which is kind of expensive. I'm not sure if I'm ready to commit to that. More importantly, I feel like therapy is probably what I need more at this time, because while I really liked my coach, based on our conversation, it sounds like coaching is something that's goal-based. But for me, I feel like I'm too stressed and burnt out that I'm not in the mental state to set goals and adhere to my goals. So I feel like I probably would want to keep seeing my therapist before resuming my coaching. But yeah, so I spent $40 on my coaching session today. My grocery was finally delivered this morning. I got a dishwasher soap, some Smart Water Alkaline, and LaCroix because on Mondays I don't really eat food, so I kind of just like survive off of these. All these stress gummies, a tape measure, and finally lactose-free milk. And all of these together, including delivery tip, is about $50. Alright, it's been a while since I last updated because I haven't been spending any money because I wasn't eating food at all. But today is Tuesday and my friend just came back from China, so we're going out for happy hours today after work. We just spent about $8 between the two of us to Lime to this place in Pike Place. I'm in the bathroom of this place right now to film this portion because the outside is really noisy. But we're gonna get some happy hour oysters and fish and chips by Pike Place. I'll update you on how much I end up spending. It is such a lovely day today in Seattle and we had a lot of fun yapping to beer and oysters at Mr. Fish at Pike Place. Our total turned out to be $33. We also grabbed gelato at Go for about $5 each, and with cones in hand, we wandered along the Seattle waterfront. Summer in Seattle is honestly the most magical season. With street performers and live music, the whole city is alive with energy. We ended the night with the skyline turned pink at sunset, talking about life as the ocean breeze carried us gently into the night. I've been MIA for a while. It's already Wednesday night, or actually Thursday morning, because it's 12 a.m. right now. The reason that I've been missing for so long is because for all of Wednesday, I did not spend a single dime. Today was just a really boring day for me. I worked, and then after work, I've just been in this editing black hole for the entirety of my off work hours. So I didn't spend a single penny until just now. But before that, I thought I should give you an explanation of why I'm driving at 12 a.m. on a Wednesday night. The reason is that I'm picking my boyfriend up from the airport. He's been in Philly for a while, and just before I headed out to pick him up, I realized that I forgot to use my Chase DoorDash credit. So as a card holder of the Chase Sapphire Preferred credit card, apparently I have free Dash Pass in addition to $10 of DoorDash credit every single month. And as of right now, it's currently July 31st, so I'm literally at my last chance of using my credit. So I just placed a pickup order for 7-Eleven after I pick up my boyfriend from the airport. My order total is $11.08, but because I have the DoorDash credit, I ended up paying $1.08. That's a pretty good deal. We're home. I got Takis, some Gushers, and a pizza. Not a lot, but that's what $10 can get you in Seattle. So I just did a little grocery run after work. I got some lettuce, some blackberries, and a sweet potato from Whole Foods. And then after Whole Foods, I went to District H and just got some mushroom. And the total I spent is $10.69, which just get 4 items. It's Seattle price. It's kind of crazy. On Thursday, I brought food to the office and cooked homemade ribs for dinner. So luckily, my only spending is the $10 on grocery today. Hello, Editing April here. As I'm sifting through my expenses for the video, I realized that there's some fixed expenses that got directly charged from my credit card that I didn't get to film. So on day 6 of the vlog, it was August 1st, which means that it's rent day, and I had a couple automatic charges billed to my credit card. I'm just gonna quickly go through them since I technically did spend them over this week. So I spent $23.95 on rent, $251.5 on my parking space in Seattle, $29.72 on utilities, $60 on the internet, $9.99 on CapCut subscription, and also $8.82 on Netflix. That's all billed to my credit card on the 1st. I did not include in this video because I did not check my credit cards on the 1st. I'm not going to include them in my weekly expenses because that's going to drive the numbers way too crazy, but I thought for the sake of clarity, it would be nicer to let you guys know that there were some other charges that I got charged outside of the 7 days of this vlog. And we're going to go back to the last day of the spending. Cheers! Happy Friday, everyone! It's about 3:30 right now, and I'm getting out of work early. I'm on my way to Sephora to grab myself some little treat. If there's one thing that I'm good at, it's definitely celebrating the small wins. Hitting 45 subscribers on YouTube might sound like a random number to celebrate, but honestly, it is these small milestones that keep me going and remind me of how much I love making videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. As a STEM girl, I have to end this video with some graphs and some analyses. So this chart over here is how much I spend day to day. My highest spending day was on day 3, which is Monday, with $91.71. And my lowest spending day was day 5 on Wednesday with $2.22. In total, I spent about $313 over the week, and that averages to be about $45 per day. I would say that the amount I spend is pretty consistent with how much I usually spend on a regular week, but I would say that the exact categories that I spend my money on is a little bit atypical this week. So as you can see on this cute pie chart I made over here, my highest spending category is food, followed by therapy, which was my therapy session and the coaching session that I did. But on an average week, I tend to spend a little bit more money on entertainment. So that includes going to movies, musicals, concerts, or just enjoying some of my hobbies like rock climbing or snowboarding in general. So I guess the spending on therapy was somewhat unexpected because I typically don't see a therapist this often and definitely not twice a week. That brings me to my next point about how being a software engineer affects my spending. Because with some changes in management at work lately, I feel like my 9 to 5 has become more and more stressful. So I definitely do feel an increased level of burnout and stress. And I think that heightened stress level also led to more medical bills when I have to go see therapists and coaches. So I guess that is like a pro and con about being a software engineer in a high stress company, because you also have to spend more money that way. Overall though, I am pretty happy about my spending. So if I were to cut my expenses even more, I would probably have to go with foods and drinks. I do think that this category is a little bit hard to cut back on, because another part of living in Seattle is that everyone around you is also working in tech and has a pretty good salary. So that means that when you're hanging out with friends, most people around me typically don't worry about the bill that much. But as someone who want to be more frugal, it's a little bit hard to say no to happy hours and drinks every time. As I briefly mentioned before, my rent is $23.95 per month and my parking is $250 per month. I would say that it's definitely more manageable to cut back on fixed expenses such as rent, parking, and utilities, while it's a little bit harder to cut back on food. Honestly, I don't think it's that worth it to even worry about my $5 lemonades. But if you think that I have any expenses that I spent this week that is completely stupid, please let me know in the comments below. I read all of my comments, and also let me know about how much you typically spend in a week. If you want to see more videos and vlogs about Seattle, about tech, I will be making more in the future. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next time. Bye!